Hi, this is Jhonna, and welcome back to Jhonna Unfiltered. This channel is my learning diary, where I share my journey of discovering everything from personality types to rare dog and cat breeds. Before we begin, I want to be clear that I am not a professional veterinarian or a pet expert. I am a learner, just like you, documenting what I find. Because I want this diary to be as real as possible, I have a special request. It is becoming quite challenging to find unique, high-quality pet photos online, and I would much rather feature your pets than a generic stock photo. If you would like to see your dog or cat featured in my upcoming videos, please send a high-quality photo to jhonna.unfiltered@zohomail.com. Please include your pet's name, their breed, and yes, I love mixed breeds too, a bit about their personality, and a short note giving me authorization to use their pictures on this channel. I can't wait to see your furry friends. Now, let's get into today's video. So today, I want to talk about a very rare and often forgotten dog breed called the Bakharwal dog. Sometimes people mishear it or spell it differently, but this is an ancient Himalayan guardian dog that comes from the cold, high mountains of India and nearby regions. Honestly, this is not your typical pet dog story. This is more like a survival story that got passed down through generations. These dogs did not live in comfort. They lived in extreme conditions where food was limited, weather was harsh, and survival depended on teamwork between humans, animals, and nature itself. I also want to address something important for this video. I know that the visuals might not perfectly match the Bakharwal dog because it is extremely difficult to find free and high-quality images of rare breeds like this. For visual purposes, I may sometimes use similar-looking dogs or general guardian dog images just to help you imagine the idea better. Please focus on the information and the story because the real value here is understanding the breed, not just seeing it. Now, let's go deeper into the Bakharwal dog. This dog is often called the bread-eater dog, and that alone already sounds unusual. Most people think working dogs need meat-based diets, but centuries ago, the nomadic tribes who raised these dogs did not have the luxury of carrying meat for animals. They were constantly moving through mountains, so the dogs survived on simple food like cornbread and goat's milk. Over time, their bodies adapted to this diet. This is actually a powerful example of how animals can adjust when they live closely with humans in harsh environments for generations. Because of this lifestyle, these dogs became extremely tough. Survival itself trained them. Another important thing about Bakharwal dogs is their role as multi-purpose guardians. They protected sheep and goats from predators like leopards and even bears. That was their reality. They did not only fight threats, they also helped locate lost animals during foggy weather or heavy snow. People say they had an almost natural sense of direction, like an internal GPS. What makes them even more interesting is their energy behavior. During normal hours, they are extremely calm and low energy. They can sleep for long periods, which might make people think they are lazy. But that is actually part of their survival system. In environments where food is not always available, wasting energy is dangerous. They learn to stay still and conserve energy. But the moment they sense something unusual, they switch instantly from calm to fully alert and protective. Physically, Bakharwal dogs are often compared to Tibetan Mastiffs, but they are different. For example, Bakharwal dogs usually have a slightly longer and more wolf-like muzzle, which gives them a more natural, wild appearance. They often have deep-set, almond-shaped eyes that look focused and sharp. Even in movement, you can see a difference. Bakharwal dogs tend to move with more agility and lightness, which helps them in mountain terrain. Sadly, like many ancient working breeds, their population has been declining. Modernization has changed the way people live, and fewer families continue the nomadic lifestyle. When a breed loses its original purpose, it often becomes rare or forgotten. This is not just a dog, it is part of cultural history. It represents a way of life where humans and animals depended on each other for survival. As I mentioned, I am still learning how to create videos properly with limited resources. Since this channel is a learning space, I invite you to send photos of your pets so I can possibly feature them. I cannot promise when exactly they will be used because I also manage classes, take care of my garden, and spend time with my own pets. But when I have inspiration, I would love to include real pets from viewers to make this channel feel more connected. Now, let me ask you something. After hearing about the Bakharwal dog and how they survived in such extreme conditions, do you think modern dogs are still as adaptable as ancient working breeds? Or have we made them too dependent on humans today? I would really love to know your thoughts, so feel free to comment and share your opinion. Thanks for watching. If this video resonated with you, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I want to be upfront and share that I use this text-to-speech voice to tell my stories because, as a full-time ESL teacher, I have to be very careful with my vocal cords. Managing vocal nodules means I have to save my voice for my students, but I didn't want that to stop me from sharing these unfiltered thoughts with you. I'm Jhonna, and I'm currently working toward my goal of 1,000 subscribers so I can finally monetize this channel and turn this passion into a sustainable part of my future. This is my diary of solo living here in the Philippines, and your support helps me keep this channel growing. If you would like to help out even more, you can check out the Buy a Treat for My Pets link in the description. My dogs definitely appreciate the love. Make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss the next update. Thank you for being such an important part of this journey. I'm Jhonna, and I will see you in the next one.